5.
It's different. Y'all in a different realm. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
4.
A social butterfly, but sometimes he sucks the air out the room.
3.
I didn't want to bring that up.
Why not?
I didn't want to bring that up.
28, bro. You 20.
2.
See, major events for Michael were direct.
1. Yo, welcome back. It's your boy Mike B.
and the neighborhood therapist.
Thank you, sir. Taking your time over there?
Yeah, I'm about to flame fire roast your ass. I can't wait. Hurry up.
And this is the Black Man Misunderstood podcast, episode 6, season 2, baby.
Kiko got them beats, baby.
Advocate, hope. Lesson starts when the teacher actually ends. Now, lesson starts when the teacher actually ends. Now, lesson starts when the teacher actually ends. Now, fuck them casual trends. We going all in. Now, welcome to the growth. Keep it brief, this how it goes. Some keep it real, others keep doing the most. Some keep it real, others keep doing the most. Some keep it real, others keep doing the most.
Bro, how you feeling, man?
Man, I feel amazing. I can't wait. I just said what I said.
I don't care if you said what you said. I'm just trying to make sure. Yeah, I'm trying to prolong the fire as much as possible because you was in the hot seat last week.
Man, listen, bro. Last week, you had the time of your life asking all these questions and you sitting there getting your kicks and giggles. And I was like, all right, cool. I'll take it. But I know what I know. When I get in the building with Dean and Joe, your ass is grass.
Whatever. Now, since he want to put me on the spot, I might as well introduce him anyway. Or do you got something else to interrupt me on?
Nah, absolutely. I'm quiet.
Now, introduce to you my 2 little brothers.
Younger.
2 little brothers.
You're short. The shortest.
Joseph and Dean, but we call him Horace. But that's only for special folks. All right, Minnie? Go ahead. Talk to people, brothers.
I'm Joe, second son of Carlene.
Really?
Ninth child of Dean Bennett. I've been dragged down the street to record an episode, apparently regarding our relationship. So this is going to be interesting.
Wow.
You know,
Speak up.
I'm now 25 years old.
Oh, God.
I just want to let you guys know all of you guys are getting up there. Oh,
Damn.
I thought that was a COVID cough, but that was just a little. Anyway, I'm Dean Horace, known by many that are VIPs in my life. You know, VIP means very important.
Just continue, bro.
Right?
The dynamics already started.
Fun fact that I secured on my own, the youngest child, as well as the youngest grandchild on both sides of the family. Just to point that out there. That is all, folks.
I can't with him, yo. You done?
Yes, sir.
Now, y'all see what I had to deal with. Go ahead, Mr. Therapist.
I would rather shit we deal with you, but it's okay.
Yes, sir. We'll get into that soon.
So fellas, I'm going to go straight into it because I've been waiting on this. In your honest, most blunt opinion, how was it growing up with Mike B?
Who want to go first? You?
It's okay.
I think when Joe answered, I'll give a little bit more insight. With me, I was being a baby. We're going to refrain from that, because, you know, that's deadly.
Just keep going.
Come on, man.
Growing up with Mike B as my older brother, you can say, I mean, everybody who's been older than me has been very protective, not just Mike B. But me and Mike, when we go places, you know, I'm the baby. So, you know, they go like, he always looked after me if we together. In the church, you know how that goes. To the point where if you know us very well, we dance. So now, in regards to me and Mike B, we we big dancers now. When I was younger, I could challenge my brother all the time. Now back then, everybody know Mike Bennett because he older. But you see me on the scene, best believe I'm gonna shut Mike Bennett down. But I limit that. I got a little shy when it came in the public. I'm like, Mike got that. No. But overall, we all know I'm the best dancer in the family.
Oh, here we go.
Spicy.
Even to this day, and what's so crazy, I stopped freestyling and dancing all that good stuff since probably 8th grade year in high school. I said high school.
He asked, how was it growing up with this guy, man? You're saying a lot.
Part of me, but like dancing, like going to a mic, like that's Big Bro right there. But dancing is like a big thing with me and Mike though. Like growing up, dancing was like our thing.
Okay.
Respect dancing, 2-stepping fools.
You said tap dancing, not tap dancing.
Yeah, we done. Go ahead.
Let's see. Growing up with Mike was what is it?
Horrific?
No, I wouldn't say horrific. It's more of a I think it's multi-layered. So I would say there was a lot of conflict. And matter of fact, short story. This is how my first girlfriend, right, at church, and Michael felt the need to express that to all the church people. Wow, I'm pretty low key to myself. And what ensued is that I charged Michael, and made him drop his Walkman, and it broke on the spot. So, full of conflict. So,
and it's funny.
Challenging, yeah. So,
I forgot that story.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I hold it close. No, I don't. I'm too old for that. Go ahead.
Since we're talking about memories, what is your fondest memory of your siblings? This is for everybody.
All right, I'm gonna let them go first.
Fondest or most memorable? Because
Fondest.
Damn, so it gotta be good. Okay.
Right, because I think when Joe's gonna go on, I would have said it myself.
No, you can say it.
Nothing could beat Michael splitting his head on the ice when he was in 3rd grade. Nothing could beat that. But fondest memory.
Well, tell the story if you think that.
Okay,
go ahead.
So, I met my sister earlier in the first season.
Mm-hmm.
She gave a fair warning to us to tell us not to slide on the black ice. Me being a good young man. Listen, as I watched all the hooligans slide on the ice, I got close to the edge. I was like, nah, I don't think my legs could hold me up. Michael over here wanted to be Mr. Speed Skater, take a run and start towards the black ice. Mind you, timeout. Michael, later in the years, we went ice skating for my birthday. He can't ice skate to save his life. He took a run and start towards the black ice and immediately face planted. To the point where he split his head open and could not tell he was bleeding from his skull. So yeah, so that was I don't know. Michael was, to continue the story, he done went to the bathroom, tried to hide it. He was like, this guy, his whole brain showing. So, pardon me. His whole brain showing. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go get Mr. Lightner and tell him my brother's head is bleeding. He don't went to the nurse. He had to get his stitches, and that's why he got this scar in the middle of his face if you ever see it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I was wondering when we was gonna get that story.
Yo, it would be this episode.
I wouldn't say, but the fondest memory with me.
I'm mad about that. Yeah, that's funny.
Growing up, I don't know, Michael. See, I said conflict because like me and Michael fought all the time when we were younger. And then, as Michael got older, he got in trouble all the time, and we had to hear it.
Don't remember, you're not really talking about my spot like that, but it may have to come up.
Michael's fondest moment, Dean, you can jump in here whenever you want. Michael's fondest moment. You know what? I got one. I wasn't there for it, but I saw the video of him doing Michael Jackson for the talent show. That was
Which talent show?
Yeah, which one?
13?
Yeah, that was.
Yo, why we gotta bring that up? I don't even know where that's at.
See?
I might have that.
Dean is right. He's losing. He's getting up there. He's losing his memory.
I'm not losing my memory. I just don't know where it's at.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do that for the fondest because me and Michael fought a lot.
What about you and Minnie?
Yeah, me and Dean. I don't know, Dean. All right, so let's get Michael out the way. Michael's all at college, so I'm the man in high school now. So I don't know. Dean became the sports manager of every team I was part of. I'm talking about he was on the football field. He was basketball manager. Then became part of the JV team at one point. So me and Dean. I went to college. This guy hanging out with my friends that stayed back home. So me and Dean cool.
You want to go? You want me to go?
Timeout. There's a reason for that though, and I think it's because I never necessarily treated Dean like, yes, he was my younger brother, but I let him be his own man. So.
We can touch more base on that later too. We can.
Yeah, so.
You want to go?
Yeah, you go, man.
I mean, they say the best for last, but because it's your podcast,
well,
I'm allowing you a chance.
Yo. Y'all funny.
I already went, so you go ahead now.
The fondest memory of my siblings, I really am trying to think. It's not really to think. It's just, I don't know.
I was talking all this time and you ain't think of nothing.
No, I did think but it's a lot of, it's not bad.
All right, so start off with me and then get to Mike.
Yeah.
Too. I don't think those are good.
I got one for you. I'll do this for you. I'll keep this podcast. The night at Crandall House.
I didn't want to bring that up.
Why not?
I didn't want to bring that up.
28, bro. You 25.
I bet. Say less.
Go ahead.
I can say.
Let me tell you, this is Dean's first shot ever
in life. Yes, in life, first shot ever in life. Get a taste of that good stuff.
It wasn't good. We was drinking Absolute, bro.
It was. It was.
All right, tell the story. This year.
But anyway, so we're over at a classmate house, and drinking games, Kings to be exact.
Oh yeah, that was the first time we played Kings.
Yeah, first time playing Kings. So now we're going back to.
Oh, you going to that part?
What happened?
You skipped the whole. I thought you was gonna go through the drinking stuff where you sneaked a shot when my head was turning all that. But I know what part you're going to. Go ahead. Tell me.
It got late and we're ready, go home. Whatever. So we was walking from the individual house. Now, some ways, right? But it's not in the bad part of our neighborhood. So as we're walking home, Bennett.
This one.
I won't call Joe Bennett a lightweight, but to the degree I said, nah, my brother can't be acting like this. What we're doing, I'm not even feeling no type of way. I'm the younger one, right? He got more body mass. Anyway, we walking back to one of our peers' house, and this young man to my right start tiptoeing on the skinny part of the sidewalk. Yeah. I'm like, yo, what's good with Bennett? Like, what's good? So, if I won't say names. I'm gonna leave names out. Another peer of ours, his father drive up on us. Oh, yo. So Bennett had to tighten up real quick. So the parent was like, "Hey, have you seen my daughter? Such and such. I heard she was supposed to be whatever." Like, yeah, that's where we just came from. He's like, "All right, y'all hop in, and so I could go pick her up." Yeah. We lit, so we're like, dang. Cool. So we're like, all right, cool. We got the truck. After walking so far back, he drives us back to the house.
Yeah, he gets his daughter.
Did he drop us back off?
He dropped us back off the place he picked us up from.
Damn.
So we walk home. Son, we live about like 6 blocks that way. You couldn't. Matter of fact, he lives on the street we live on.
Yes, just further back on the same street.
I was like, all right.
We did not have to assist him in that matter at all. But yet our good heart, You know what I mean?
Yo,
That was one.
Yeah, that was
the funnest
for the
bit with
ages.
Joe.
Man,
Oh wow, that's funny.
Listen,
That was good.
Because we got out the car, we was like, "Yo, he really not dropping the song."
Yes, sir.
You know,
He dropped his back at the spot exactly where he picked this up from,
Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy.
and we were still walking. That was the thing. So
that was a good night.
What about Mike?
now with Mike, I'm gonna go from. I gotta go from when Mike was 18 or around that age, 17, like pretty much the senior year. My father's memory of Michael, when I was growing up, I didn't get to really see, sports became more of a part of the life, right? And with Michael, I didn't really get to leave the house being the youngest. I didn't get to see him play football or do track so often. So
He was trash. Don't worry about it.
Such a hater. Anyway.
Nah, Mike wasn't trash, but who I would compare his team to right now? The Wizards. They can't find a win to say they like.
Oh, damn.
They got the talent, but they can't find a win to say they like.
Wait,
Yeah.
what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Turn your head. Just turn your head. That's memory lane. You about to be 30. Don't matter no more. Look. But anyway, with Michael though, despite me not having to, especially when he was in high school, I didn't really get to go see many of his games. But like his senior night for high school and his senior night for college, I was able to go visit and walk on the field with him, and those like pretty dope moments. Like, oh, I didn't really get to see you play, but at least for these moments, like, all right, I see the respect that he got, right? Or, his time that he put in while he was a bulldog in high school and then a bulldog in college.
You know what's hilarious about that?
What?
I was on the team. I didn't walk down with that.
He said,
conflict already.
brotherly vibe to some.
I actually do have a fond moment. I remember it real quick. It was just grammar school. There was this boy that was bothering me, and I was more of a pacifist back then. And Michael came in and charged and pushed him off me, so it was cool. That's his one.
What grade was that?
I don't know. It was obviously we were still at 13.
You had to be in fifth grade, I bet.
And mom had to be deceased.
Well,
So, Mike, you went too deep, Dave.
I'm just saying.
That detail at the bottom.
2 years apart. That didn't matter regardless of what year it was.
No. That was another reason why.
It's fine.
We got you, Mike. It's okay.
Go ahead.
I mean, well, shit, we waiting on you, Mike.
Yeah, fond memories.
Fondest memory with these two.
The best two already went, so you gotta.
I can't. With you.
Hold on. Before Mike go,
Wait, chill.
another fond memory.
Y'all can hold y'all memories.
No, we was miming, right? If you guys know us,
Men of Valor.
we grew up in the church, right? So Men of Valor, past New Jersey, you know what it is. Mike was, I think this was before Mike was about to go off to college, and it's just not funny. We minister. We don't perform to let people know. If you're in the church, you minister, and if you performing, get off the stage, right? And I want that to speak value to anybody who minister in the church house. It's not a performance; it's ministry. But anyway, it was Mike last time with us before he went off to college, and in that performance. Normally when you minister to a song, like you feel it, like especially as a group, like like okay, if somebody let's say cast a spirit, we understand like the song hit, like we was doing, like we know our moves, like so in sync, and it was caught up in the moment. The spirit is moving, right? Mm-hmm. But in this one time, Mike just started hooping and hollering, and I think Joe turned left, I turned right. I think one of our other bros in the group turned right. We just looking at Mike. I'm like. Ain't no way Mike shouting. The song ain't even take off yet. The song did not take off yet. The Holy Spirit ain't moved that quick. So I don't know why Mike is hooping and hollering. Let me tell you something. I couldn't even finish the dance. I could not finish the dance because Mike, I don't know what went through Mike, you know what I'm saying? Like that's Mike's moment, but he just broke down like, bruh, what just happened? If you know as well, like you said jumping or we have our routine, like someone's sick, but that didn't even happen. We were just stuck there. All I heard was, yes, Jesus, no. I'm like, no. I'm like, nah. What took him my brother? I gotta find out.
Yo, Mike, you know what? You got to answer for that.
Yo. Oh man. All right.
You can't be cool. Yeah.
Honestly, honestly, no. I don't remember the song. I don't remember the song. But I do know that when it comes to us ministering in songs, I just didn't listen to it while we practice. I listened to it on a regular. So it became a part of me. And the words were speaking to me more times more than not. So when it comes to the day of, I guess the words hit me so much from me already listening to it and practicing it that everything just woke up on the day because, it was my last day before I went off. The song and with the songs, when we listen to them, and if I have a solo, it hits me personally. So I take it to heart.
To interject, I found out what song it was because it had to make sense in my head just now when I was looking at Spotify. It was Marvin Sapp, The Best in Me.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, you know what? That makes so much sense.
Now that song, if you know that song do get you. But at the moment Mike started shouting, it ain't get to that point yet. That's why if you hear me talking, it's like
all right.
to that song, it's at near the climax ain't even come yet. It did not get there yet.
To Mike's defense, okay, you said this was when he was about to leave the college?
Yeah, this was the last performance before he left to school.
All right. Mike leaving off to college, that little phase right there in his life, he was going through a lot mentally that he wasn't talking about. So for me to hear Marvin Sapp, just the intro, he saw the best. I can see Mike being like, fuck, and just like leaving here. My minute shit, I'm like, bro, what is that about? But again, if you don't see y'all doing these type of things, you just don't understand. And I grew up with y'all, so it's different for me. Like, I'm used to y'all laughing, kiki, joking with me, but when I used to watch, I'll be like, fam, they not here. They just not. It's different. Y'all in a different realm. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So to Mike's defense, I'm gonna give him that because I feel like maybe just for that moment, like the Lord is always speaking through y'all, but I think like the Lord was slapping Mike's ass up that day. Like, yo, come on, we're gonna go do this, and this. Don't run from this. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Mike, how you feel about that, bro?
Thank you. That you couldn't say that any better than I could have.
That's like the 1,018th time we did that song. Yo,
at that point, we were really good at adjusting, but like that is like it's like what? Like what do you do?
like he went left.
Man, Mike, what is your fondest moment, bro? We've been stuck on this question.
It's all right. My fondest moment. I'm gonna keep it nice, short and simple with these two.
All right. Hold on. If you actually accomplish this, I'm gonna be shocked. There's a story to that, but
whatever. Short and simple. And it's at a sporting event. All right. For Minnie, it was his last volleyball game. I went up all the way to Rhode Island. Keisha couldn't make it. Joe couldn't make it. It was his senior day. I went with him, walked him out, took a picture with him. I took his stuff home. That was a special moment because that was just, even though sports is our family thing, it was a moment just for me and him because I was able to be there for him.
Okay.
And then with Joe don't realize this, is when me and Keisha came up for his awards dinner.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, which memory you bring?
Yeah, awards dinner.
I didn't make that right.
No.
And he basically got the award for, I believe it was a coach.
No, former player.
Former player that played there. He went on, right?
Yeah. I just packed up that trophy too.
So
it's Joe something. His name is Joe too.
Yeah, it's funny thing. But the essence of the award just speaks to the sentiment of us growing up. Like Joe's a natural born leader. Joe's in front. Joe was one of the craziest dudes on their kickoff team, and everything that Joe did for his team just lined up with the award. And I was proud of that because it was a moment I shared with Joe because I was always I was always the one being awarded, and my brothers were there. But it was two different events where I was there to watch both of my brothers. So those are my fondest memories.
Mind you, while they're announcing the award, I wasn't even paying attention. I was talking to my friends, making jokes, and then they're like, Joe Bennett. I was like, oh, that's me. Oh, all right, cool. I'll come get this award, sure.
Oh, man.
So those are my fondest memories of these two.
I appreciate y'all for sharing. So now these are what I've been waiting on. These type of questions. These are my fire questions. And to me, these are personal. But to the listeners, you'll be like, oh, that's a good question. But for me, like I said, these are the personal questions. Did y'all ever at one point or your whole siblinghood feel like the other sibling hated you growing up?
Going first. I like this right here. You gotta let the people who it's about speak on it versus outsiders. But we gonna see how it lays out. So in regards to that, I don't think my oldest brother definitely never hated me, right? I don't think so. I'm the baby. I'm gonna just put it out like that. I'm the baby. Like, what can you hate about the baby, right? But it's just a matter of what view you look at it. Now, if you tell me from this view, I can understand. Once you lay it out. In regards to Joseph,
we good. Go ahead.
In regards to Joseph now Mike, he always looked at me like, oh, that's my little brother, right? And that was always like how Mike treated me, little brother. Now, Joe, no, I'm his little brother, but me and Joe, we ain't no little brother. It was Rough Riders over here.
It was Rough Riders. Yo!
It's Rough Riders.
Equal here.
It was Rough Riders over here. So
just like me, I'm a disrespect.
Hey, look, we went head to head and legit between, I think, me looking outside, like between these two, when they argue, or let's say, have you want to discuss fighting, okay, people just say fight. It may not be literal, right? But in regards to me and Joe, we could literally fight, whatever, or verbally fight. I'm like, yo. Or he could be like, hey, you hungry?
Yep.
It's that between us two, it's like that. It's smooth. But I mean, regardless of that, though, I don't think either one of my siblings hated me or me hating them. I could say I definitely have.
Why?
And to that degree,
dang, you don't have, bro. Just
so you asked if I hated my siblings, but I gotta flip it though now, right? I don't think my siblings hated me, but I definitely hated them for like certain occurrences or how they went about it. Because by the time I came of age, or it's my time where they've been, how can you put it? Certain standards or this level of reputation, that they put on. So you can say the shouts of your brothers, right?
Oh, okay.
My sister, she went to, she went to.
I get where you go.
My sister went to whatever high school, right? She didn't want us to go to that high school or any of that.
What you mean, whatever high school, bro? Eastside, big baby. Keep going.
If I could have chose, well, technically speaking, I would have went to international high school.
Okay.
And played for. I probably would have played for Eastside. If I could pay for, like, if I had to choose between Eastside and Candy, I would have paid for Eastside.
Okay.
Right? But, part of that was also dictated by Big Sis. So I'm like, now, they at Tech. Now I'm the last one to go there. I'm like, bruh, Keisha wants to go to a good school so bad. But now she realized for me, she did her thing at Eastside. None of us had to go there. These two went to Tech, or he's currently at Tech. And I got left behind these jokers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they excel academically, athletically. If you don't know me, I got sickle cell, right? I joke around about it, but I take my
health.
I don't claim this illness, but it's in me. Okay. But I had this sickle cell anemia, which prevented me from playing, football, just playing sports like if I wanted to. So I took on, tried to take on other activities, that wasn't sports. Like, or if I wanted to be close to sports, I became a manager, like Joe mentioned earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, like by the time I got to high school, academically speaking, I don't know how Mike was in the classroom. I don't know how Joe was, but me, I am vocal, right? I'm vocal in the classroom. Now, growing up, you see a lot of teachers want you to be quiet. I'm not like my brothers if they were quiet in the classroom. So I hated that because of what they done before me, I gotta hate these siblings now because they got these teachers or whoever.
So you didn't hate us, but you hated the expectations placed on you.
It's funny. Okay.
You know what I mean?
I respect that. Yeah.
Okay. I can understand that. Joe, you want to go?
Yes, I'll go. To directly answer the question,
Yes.
no. I don't feel like my siblings. I was the angry one. I carry resentment towards everybody.
Shit, let's go. You know what? I've never in my life told Mike and Dean to shut the fuck up until today. I need y'all to shut the fuck up with this man Joe speak, bro. Joe, talk your shit, bro.
So for me, it was never necessarily like I had to live in Michael's shadow, but that shadow wasn't cast too far. So don't suck your teeth, bro.
Nah, don't lie.
Hey, let that man speak. It's true.
I will let him speak.
As an outsider, you were the first, right? In regards to us three boys were so close. You were the oldest. You did your thing. As the oldest, you do your thing. Nobody, the oldest, you set the tone, whatever, right? Mm-hmm. But Joe came in, outdid you. Now it comes
and what?
Everything, son.
That's not true. That's not true. I'll get to that later.
Hey man, you gotta hit that Richard Sherman in life, Skip. In life.
Why I say it is like I carry resentment, and I was the most angered. And plus, I didn't have Michael's shadow over me because, when Michael got salutatorian in grammar school, I got valedictorian. Mm-hmm. Right? When Michael was killing it. Michael got track over me, but honestly, swear to God, I didn't really take track like that seriously. I was a high jumper with bad knees at that. And I was like, football, basketball, my thing.
So where did the anger come from, Joe?
I guess because I didn't have a voice really. So if you know Jamaican hierarchy, it's like really
they gotta see the accolades.
Jamaican hierarchy is just think, I said I am the second to last kid. So the only one under me is him. Mm-hmm. And I treated him like an equal. I just wasn't expressive. So definitely I'm more expressive now than I was back then, but I would just bottle things up. And so the natural re-anger, one, and plus how men are raised in this country, that's a whole nother conversation, and not being able to express ourselves fully. So I was always my what is that? I turned up quick.
Okay.
It was 300 real quick. Not there was no. It's calm, angry.
In between.
For a long time, I've never expressed it unless it was fighting, mostly against them, and even a little bit of Keisha, and football, and basketball to a degree. But you can't knock someone out on basketball. But I got away with a lot of stuff. So
Joe's an angry one, but I hate everybody, bro.
Let me finish.
I hate everybody. I'm not mad. I just hate you.
All right. So
I have a lot of anger.
So
what's up, Mike?
So as you heard these two go, the little one more so I never thought hated me at all. I think, and even still, as we got older, it's until he says the things he says that I realized that it was some resentment towards me about different things.
I think that's the right word, though. I think hate is the wrong word.
Yeah, it's resentment. With Joe, it was...
I'm going to use that. Resent everybody.
With Joe, I feel as though it's me. When we were younger, most people won't realize this unless they go through our photo book. 2 peas in a pod.
Yes.
How young are you talking about?
Bro, this is before...
Super duper young.
Yes, okay. That's what I'm talking about.
It's a little bit before Just, and even with Just, because you always tagged along with me.
I understand that.
Yeah. So...
Mom was still alive.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. Mom Duke's still alive. So
that also is
another reason.
Aspect of it too. Yeah.
So me and Joseph was like this. You couldn't tell us nothing when we played sports together, when we was on the field, when we hung out with our friends. Me and Joe was like this. Mm-hmm. So for that whole dynamic between me and Joe to shift, I'm like, what did I do to does Joe hate me or?
Nah, I know what it is. you got a big mouth.
That's a fact.
All right. Let me interject.
Yeah.
I get to cheat because I was on the outside looking in. And again, when mama left, all of y'all changed.
Oh, naturally. Yeah.
From me, like deeply from me to all of y'all, bro. I watched all of y'all shift on me. And the recovery that y'all went through was bananas. And I want to, from me to y'all, bro, I want to tell you I applaud all three of y'all, bro, because the recovery that y'all have gone through from that time to now is phenomenal. Most people would have broke.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? The only thing that is missing is I want y'all to remember what she breathed into y'all when it comes to it. But y'all do it anyway. It's when y'all need to come together, y'all come together. The Bennett boys come together. This is just a fact, okay?
Mm.
My biggest thing is on the outside looking in because I was around. Mama used to hit me as well. I used to get the ear pinch as well. I think y'all forgot that. You see what I'm saying? So only thing I remember her saying to y'all is take care of one another. Take care of one another. For real, that is seamed into my head, bro. I remember that. Take care of one another. Because she used to say that to me and Mike. Oh, this is a good best friend. Take care of one another. Take care of one another. So from me to y'all, bro, I understand like what y'all going through and things like that. But like on the outside looking in, bro, y'all just go back to taking care of each other, fam.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it boiled down to. Like I can't. We can go all day. Mike, you trash. Joe, you trash. But for real, G, like at the end of the day, I just want y'all to go back to like taking care of each other. Not saying that y'all don't, but I want it 100%, bro. Just for her, bro. If not for anything, for her.
No, you make a valid point. And you know what? It's crazy because it's like because it's weird because it's like the sibling dynamics. All right, we're on this topic, right? The sibling dynamics.
Might as well.
Mm-hmm.
No lie, to be honest, Michael kind of violated the sibling dynamics a lot.
Big time.
Like in the sense of like, all right, so mom passed or whatever, so like ain't nobody really watching us. So like I would go play basketball at the school, right? As a matter of fact, Dean did this a little bit too, but like, he's my father's child. Anywho, so like my father would call and like say like, oh, is everyone home? They could have just simply said yes. These fools would say no. Joe's not. Now, I see that as a violation only because it's like, oh, we have each other back. You don't know how many times I lied for this dude even after that. Oh, where Michael? Nah, he coming home. He at the church. He right down the street.
Yeah, everything.
And now, mind you, I think, oh, Michael, yeah, he gonna rush his home.
Nah, still there.
Oh, he down the street.
Where he at?
Hour later. Where he at?
Still there.
I'm just like, yo, he's like you got me lying, and I'm trying to be a good liar, and you messing up the flow.
All right. Brett, we talked about this. I apologize for that. But you also got to remember. Yes, you got to remember what I was going through. It's because mom. Look, think about it like this. When mom was alive, if we were to go out to go do stuff with other people, it'd be like, Mom, we're doing this, we're going to such and such.
Yes, I get that.
That'd be it.
But part of that too. See, I'm young, but I'm not that young. That's what people don't understand though.
Ours, just say the point.
You would say mom or whoever knew exactly the people you were with or where exactly they were, right? So to fast forward in time, once these two moved out, and I'm like, Dad, I'm legit right around the corner. If he didn't know who the person was, like, I'm going to just use Huff.
Yeah.
It's like, Huff is legit around the corner. He played football with Joe and Mike. You know what I mean? Give him some background. He's legit right around the corner. He's fine with it. But now, at the time, they think, because I'm the baby and, he just lining up. Well, like, I legit.
No. So I understand where you're coming from about telling Pop who it is, but you have to remember that you're the baby and it was easier for you.
Not for all this.
Stop.
When
Because
when mom
he
was
was
alive,
alive for me too.
when mom
He
was
was alive for me too.
when mom was alive,
Okay.
my childhood best friend is Devontae. Everybody know that,
Yeah.
right? I've been over to Devontae's house
Yeah.
while my mom was alive.
Mm.
My dad know who Devontae is, or so on.
Okay.
There's no way. What is it? After my mom passed, I don't. I can't go by Devontae's house.
Yeah.
So
You know what I mean?
I understand that. So let's get to
Okay.
my point where I was about to say.
Okay, go.
Ask Just, ask JP, you can ask Wayne, ask him how many times they met my father. And I'm
Michael.
telling you, and, no, but listen, but that's the difference.
Mike,
We understand.
Yeah.
Michael, most of my friends don't even know what dad looked like.
Yeah.
They see pictures of him.
All right,
Yeah.
but
What I'm saying is, in the home,
yeah, no, but let me finish.
I would not hesitate to lie for you,
All right.
even to him.
That's the point, Mike. Y'all got to give him that.
All right, no, I give you that point, but still, there was things about that though, but because there was like times where you would tell us, and then there was times where I like nudge him like, yo, like at this point, come. Because I'm thinking as an older brother, you got to look at it. I was also thinking as an older brother. I told you like some points, like at this point, come home. Because like it's not all the time. But listen, but it's not all the times I didn't lie.
For him, did this take place like during high school?
Yeah.
Okay, that was just grammar school. Because grammar school, remember when Joe?
It had to be grammar school.
It had to be grammar school.
Remember when Joe? I think it was at the school program, right? And Joe would be home, we'll come home, he'd be asleep. We'd be knocking on the door. We ain't had keys. That's the
yeah. But no. I think grammar school is easier because it's a basketball court.
You sure it's not high school? This has to be high school.
No, it's grammar school.
It's grammar
It
school.
got to be grammar school.
I'll
Gotta be.
sports by that. So
Yeah.
I'm coming home after 5 regardless.
Yeah.
Well, look. Since we're already on the topic, let's take it there.
All right.
We're going to shut Mike down because I told you I want to fire roast him up.
Yeah, cool.
What would y'all change about Mike and why?
It's not really, for me looking at it, I don't really have to think about it. It's just a reality. It's not really much of what to think about. Mike, understand that how life turned after our mom passing away. Big sister's a big influence.
Mm-hmm.
But like that, know what I mean? It's not a bad thing, but she's a big influence. So that influence take a part. Now, individually, I won't speak for her, I won't speak for him. They could say, I did this just because. At times, like, think about that's a sibling, it's your parent. Did she overstep? When that reality, you gotta think about it. So now at times, like, we know how crazy our dad is. But our reality was everything Big Sis did was correct. Did she overstep her boundaries? Right? So when you ask that question in regards to him, I look at myself. I remember there was an encounter, Keisha always say, always let an adult know where you are. An adult, right? Who are the two adults in my life? Keisha and my dad. Who's the one I live with? My dad, right? So I told my dad, what was it? It was Martin King.
Wait.
Huh?
I don't want to take you off this story, but what do you want to change about him?
Yeah, it's what do you want to change about Mike?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not nothing changed about Mike. The influence is what.
Oh, the influence is on him. Is what you're saying. Oh, okay.
That's what I said.
Right.
It's not really changed. All about the influence. That's why I was trying to use the example. It wasn't really the matter of Mike. It's all about the influence. I mean, it's like Big Sis is.
So you would change the dynamic.
Exactly. It's all about we look at us growing up. It's like who's really was the guardian in our household.
Okay.
Right. So it's not necessarily changing. Cause when I look at it, 1, 2, 3 are fine, but everything that has to occur with us out there sometime, it always got hit out. Like it's always some outer source that, try to create some type of divide. I'm like, well, always got to be an outer source. Feel me? And I don't think it was always an outer source. I think everything's all in the house. But that's my take.
Okay. There's a lot of things he said that has like a lot of underlining thing, like background events that it probably takes too long to explain, but I understand what you mean.
Yeah, I do too.
I don't know, Michael, I could change a couple of things. I got one pinpoint, but I don't like to peg on. I want to peg on him too much, but because I want to do something more like, I think more the realm of what Dean was speaking of. But the only thing I got in mind is athletically. Back to that point where I was saying like, oh yeah, like I surpassed Michael, right? I know I surpassed Michael because I work harder than Michael, point blank. I should have never passed Michael.
For you to work harder, was it?
No, I'm getting to the point.
Go ahead.
He needed to be more proactive. I should have never passed Michael. Michael had more mass than me in high school. He was already faster than me in high school. I should have never caught up to Michael, and I know I did.
All right. So no.
I should never. You went to a D1 program. I should have never caught up to you.
To that program, I second it. You know why? Mike had always been a person.
Never caught you.
Mike knows it himself, but it came to a point where I don't think Mike really put in the work as he should have to back up that talk.
Oh.
Which talk?
You're athletic.
Like you're better.
Athletically. I'm telling you, I'm still skinny.
Like if you legit,
and I know I can go toe to toe with you, right?
If you legit was to follow us, like it was The Office. It's like, oh, like why Joe nonstop going to run or like work? Like he always nonstop doing this. You follow me? But like Mike will say, like, oh man, cut it. You know I'm the fastest. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, I get what you're saying. All right.
I'm telling you, like
it's like he really got that Richard Sherman going on. Don't you ever try me like a punk guy like crap, you know what I mean?
What do y'all admire most about Mike?
You wanna go first?
Yeah, I just bashed him athletically. Let's see, Michael. You know what? I don't know, because it's like I critique Michael so much, you know? So I do appreciate he's a social butterfly, but sometimes he sucks the air out the room. See, look. So like, all right, so this is what I mean by that. It's like, it's cool. Michael could be sociable, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you're ever around us now, like all of us, you'll notice this. If Michael's animated, I'll be so relaxed. I'll be so reserved. And it's crazy because in my friend group, I'm the most active one. And I think most people don't know that. Like most people, like the people we share a circle with, will never know that because Michael's so much. I'd be like, yeah, I can't. Nah, I ain't joining that. Like, you know what? And it probably is a young mentality thing. I just want to look cool. There have been moments in time where they would point to me and say I'm the older one because how reserved I was.
Yeah.
Places.
That's facts.
So yeah, Michael sucks the air out of the room, but being a social butterfly is good. I just hate selling myself, so I really, Michael got it. I ain't gonna sell myself to you. Either you're gonna like me or you're not.
Well, I don't think it's me selling myself.
No. What I'm saying is you're like you can do that like everywhere. And me, it's like,
yeah.
It's that season 1 energy I talked about with you, man. You walk in the room, people will levitate to you.
Yeah, like me, I'm like, okay, let me dip my toe here. Let me have a private conversation over there, private conversation over there. And like, before you know it, like, that's how like I spread my influence. It's like not all eyes on me. It's like key person. Everyone's cool with Joe. That's how I've always done it.
All right. Mr. D.
Why he's thinking. I admire that because I wish I could do that in certain areas. I'm always like, I'll be too reserved in certain places. I'm like, yeah, all right, I'm gonna just leave. Go ahead.
Mike is a very what up, Mike? He's very passionate about everything he do.
Right? About the things he care about. I'm gonna pull that from Keisha. Let me rephrase that for you. Go ahead.
He is very passionate for what he put his head towards too, and what else? Just like anything he partakes in, like he's very passionate about. So if I'm in that room and I say, I'm like, all right, let's say if it's an activity I like, I'm like, oh, all right, I'm with it. I say I could do my thing. My brother could do it. Why can't I? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's my older brother. It's like I can do it. me being a baby now, I know I could do it better than him. You know what I mean? But it's like, okay, if I know my brother and he can be passionate and be himself, I'm like, man, they don't even know what I got to bring. But like, that just shows that, okay, he set the tone. So I'm like, okay, I could do this as well. Right? Big brother, big brother, little brother. Besides that, what else I admire about Mike? It varies. Every family varies. It's not just the youngest, but I could play jokes on this guy. You know what I mean? At times he may take it too serious. At the time, but I could play jokes with him. You know what I mean?
You don't mind that he's gullible. That's cute.
Yo, I get with these two, yo.
That's great.
And it's the fact that it's allowed that I could do that. And normally you see with older siblings, they try to do a little knucklehead to their little siblings, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But in this case, it's kind of reverse. It's like I'm really always messing with him, right? I could I pop up on everybody, but with Michael, it's all when it comes to Michael, I'm pulling a prank. I'm pulling every prank out the book all Mike. So it's like every sibling is different how you could treat them, but regardless, I kind of. I pretty much go about every sibling the same. It's just that you just know this one. It's like this one's like this more, and like every
real quick, I got one more thing. I got one more thing I admire about Micah, because out of all of us, Michael was the only one playing. I just want to throw that out there.
Yes.
Yes.
So that is fact, not opinion. That is fact.
Okay. So I gotta admire Michael because I learned a lot off of his mistakes. So, and it's like
fact.
That was my next question. Go ahead, knock it out.
Michael always bounced back. So it's mind you, I got to avoid the situation completely. But Michael, he got bounce back ability. I'll say that because even with all the all the hard-headed things that he had to go through, he bounced back. I don't want to put him out there. I don't know if Keisha brought it up already or we already brought up the thing with our father, but Michael had a bunch of hiccups in the road that I was like, ooh, excuse me. So, Michael got good bounce back ability to see where he's at now. It's cool. He messed up my plans a little bit, but it's cool. Got there.
They both messed up mine, so to leave it at that.
That's fair. That is fair. So piggybacking off of what Joe said, what is something you admire about Mike that you haven't told him?
Oh yeah, I never told him. I haven't told Michael a lot of things only because it's hard talking to this guy.
It is. That's
no. All right, I'm gonna explain that look because Michael has, so you see how he brought up that example he told JP and Just and Wayne, all this stuff. Michael has built up all that with his friends as he grew older and kind of stopped doing that with us. So even now, watch this. I'm gonna get him. There'll be things he'll tell Keisha, our sister, and wouldn't tell us. He'll tell her, but he say it out loud, and then he'll be like, oh, I said it out loud. Bam. I wasn't listening to you. I don't listen to anybody unless you say my name. Yeah. He'll build that up with his close friends and Keisha to a degree, but not as much with us. It's oh, okay. It's I get it. We're family. And I think Mike, that's the energy Mike was right on. Oh, we're brothers. But if you compare me and Michael, the way we grew up, we're only 2 years apart. Michael grew up and the way me and Dean grew up, totally different.
Completely.
So, yeah.
Joe answered. Dean, it's your turn to answer, man. What is something that you've never told Mike that you admire about him? Or that you learned from him? Excuse me.
Go one more time.
Bro, you savage.
To be honest, I really can't think off the top of my head at the moment. Only because for me to honestly speak on that, me and Mike we've been 4 years apart.
Yeah.
So essentially, growing up, you could say, other than us, being in activities, whatever. When we had family time, it's legit family time. It's not haven't been too often where me and Mike had like, legit one-on-ones, Valentine, stuff like that, or legit moments I could close in on. To
no lie, I feel like it's a it's an effect of like the hierarchy, the Jamaican hierarchy.
Mm.
Like Michael's looking at Keisha, I'm looking at Keisha and Mike. Well, I'm looking at Mike primarily, and Dean's looking at me. So like it's the trickle down effect. So yeah, I can see why. Like, cause Dean's like, say like the major events in Dean's life, Michael really can't be there for it because he's like too far ahead. Like Dean comes into high school, Michael's already in college.
See, major events for Michael were direct. Major events for me were very indirect, but affected me directly.
Got you.
Yeah, you sound like woke motivational.
Hey, drop that knowledge, man.
I am.
Hey, if you shoot for the moon.
Stupid.
Now, before I let y'all go, do y'all have anything that y'all want to say to Mike, or do y'all want to say to the listeners about being a sibling? Anything at all?
The little brother, little sister thing I feel is overrated. Let me explain. Because
you lost a little bit with that.
Like, I feel like at a certain point, you gotta let them live. I feel like, honestly, it's probably like an immigrant thing. So anyone that's not American, y'all probably feel me. That hierarchy, I swear for Lord, that thing is going to be the end of good family dynamics. Like, if you don't fall in line. And I say that because I am the rebel. I'm the only one still with tattoos and everything. So, like, it never jived with me. So, yeah, I use the word jive. I'm also an old soul. So, yeah. Like, I feel like at some point, like I did with Dean, you gotta look your sibling in the eye, and not say that they're equal, but like treat them as one. So,
got you. Respect.
Minnie,
I should have went last, shouldn't I?
No, you were fine. I just tell people what you want. You just want to take on a sibling, on sibling,
anything.
One, because we didn't grow up with our mom. I tell each and everybody appreciate your mothers.
What, yo?
I see a lot of my friends. They get mad at their moms. I'm like, look, that's temporary. Especially like for your parent, your mom. Appreciate your moms. Every friend of mine that I see with their mom, like, look. If I ever see you, like, ever be disrespectful to your mom, we can't be friends. That's never gonna, and that never happened. Like, I never had to do so. But like people who's not like, in my circle, and I look up on, you tripping, man. You better fix that. You know what I mean? But appreciate your moms, especially. I mean, appreciate your parents. You know what I mean? That there are many good dads out there. They just don't get the credit as they should. But appreciate your mothers. For siblings. Appreciate your siblings as well. Don't forget to live up to their hype, right? Standards. Be your own person, right? Your siblings are gonna respect it, especially your siblings. They're gonna respect it. Well,
I'll just say it's not for everybody.
It's not for everybody.
It's not for everybody. Some people thrive under that shadow, and some people.
That's true.
That's
if it fits your situation, listen to what I said. If it doesn't, listen to what he said.
Absolutely.
I know a lot of individuals, like, you hear my sister, she grew up with a lot of cousins. So I even see a lot of people, that grew up in my environment, like they have a sibling like relationship with cousins. So if your cousin is like your brother, your sister, appreciate that relationship.
Yeah.
Mike.
Man, my brother's done said it all. I don't think I gotta say anything this episode, bro. I think I'm chilling.
Can we give Michael advice?
Sure.
Oh.
Now I'm gonna tell you gotta start walking, bro. Start doing some push-ups.
Here he go, yo. Brad, don't worry. I'm gonna be ready for the flag football season. Don't worry.
No. I don't care about that. If I can't COVID, I don't know how COVID's gonna end up. You can push us right here.
I know. I got bands and everything in the room. Don't worry, I'm good. I can't.
Shout out to Steph. Mr. Law. Yeah.
I'm gonna start children recovery right now before the seeds start coming in the near future. My children are gonna be the best in athletics, in sports, everything pretty much. That's
Yo,
what
I don't know.
All right, here we go.
My kid's dunking on Michael with a textbook.
Oh shit! Listen, man, it has 100% been a honor to host y'all on here. I just appreciate y'all honesty, your authenticness, man. From me to y'all, I'm super proud of all three of y'all. Real talk.
Appreciate it.
You appreciate it, bro.
No problem. As we get ready to dip on up out of here, marketing and mental health, as always, mine is stop apologizing so much. I know what the media is telling you, but stop. You are supposed to use your apologies as superpowers. Let me explain. If I wrong Mike, I'm going to tell him I apologize when I super really mean it. Not to say that I don't mean it all the time, but I mean, it got to be some wild stuff that I did to Mike. But like just today, I called Mike and I was like, hey, yo, Mike, I need you to change something about the post. No BS. This happened, okay? I know it pissed Mike off because that's my brother. I know how my brother is. But you know what I didn't do? I didn't apologize, because if I would have apologized, Mike would have been like, well, he apologized. All right, that means he's not going to do it again. Nope, I'm probably going to do it again. So I'm not going to apologize. You see what I'm saying? I want y'all to understand something. In this world, humans are very subconscious. They store a lot in their subconscious. Apologies is one of them. This goes for relationships and everything, man. If you did wrong, say, hey, I'm going to do better. Try that instead. Apologize when it really matters. That's for you to figure out when that is. That's my mental health tip for the episode.
Hey, I respect it. Sir. So, the marketing tip of the episode is more so with the marketing life cycle, also known as the product cycle. It's basically, you got to know your 4 stages: the introduction, the growth, the maturity, and the decline. Thank you for the diagram, my brother. So basically, its introduction is basically you're showing your product, service, whatever it is to the world. They're just seeing it. Growth, more people are starting to see it, starting to make a name for itself. So you want to promote it a little bit more. You want to produce more of it. Then maturity is at the peak of all that. And then the decline, of course, is when it comes right back down, when you know people not buying it as much. You might have to drop the price.
Time's up.
Basically, time's up. But the other key to that is if you understand those 4 cycles, you'll get to a point where you never hit the decline. You always find a new introduction to come back and start the cycle. And you go back to the growth and the maturity, and then you reevaluate things again. You may start to see the decline, but then you go right back to the introduction. So Mike, always know when you're in the maturity state that you can reintroduce your product with something else.
Yo,
damn, that was
you gotta avoid the decline.
That was deep, bro.
Follow your growth.
Don't go with the flow, be the flow.
On that note, man, we appreciate y'all for vibing. This was the Sibling Takeover Part 2. Yeah. We will see y'all next week.
Yes.
And remember, make love, not war.
Hey.
Kiko.